content provider. Please sit back and relax. We will be with you shortly. Yellows, and welcome everybody back live to the good old couch. It's gonna be me, myself, H555, and my lovely co-host.
I'm Anomaly.
Back to Bathurst, the MSG League.
Back to Bathurst.
Back to Bathurst. Mount Panorama, as it's also known. And boy, oh boy, is this gonna be one hell of a race.
Boy, oh boy, Ace. I'm not gonna lie to you or to anyone watching. I had no idea what Bathurst was. When Ace told me it's Mount Panorama, I was like, okay, I've heard that name before. It's fine, we're fine. But it's gonna be a first for Anomaly as well.
This is going to be a Bathurst for Anomaly.
That was so bad.
It was bad, it was good. It was so bad it was good. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the MSG League, where these drivers are currently running their round 6. It's been one hell of a season thus far, and yeah, no, it's been great. We had brilliant moments of Catalonia, Deep Forest Raceway. You know, there was some brilliant driving throughout the entire season, and you know, looking at the practice times currently, we might just be able to see some miracles being performed here by the drivers as well this evening.
Definitely, Ace, definitely. We actually had a little bit of a look in with the drivers during the pre-practice session, or the just for fun driving, and I don't want to pre-call anything, Ace, but I think we have to keep an eye on Shadow this evening.
Yeah,
we saw some exceptional lap times and driving coming from him in the practice session. Fastest lap currently being held there by Shazam. Also came out of nowhere, but won the previous, or the one race back, 2 races back to back.
Ago, yeah.
Second in the previous race.
It's one hell of a joyride once again, and you know, it's a roller coaster that keeps on coming. So I just want to point out, right, that we're currently on race 6. We're coming to an end to the first season of the MSG League.
Yeah.
Right? And if we had a look at the point standings, there's not really a big gap between the drivers. I think the gap is about 7 or 8 points. I'm actually blanking here where I'm sitting. Just give me 2 seconds. Let me get that point sheet in front of me.
While you get that, Ace, just throw our chat back up in there. I see Persephone is asking, where is Toy Story? And I see we're also missing Dan Gaming. Dan Gaming entering last race.
Dan Gaming's there.
Oh, there he is.
Dan Gaming's there.
Okay, I wanted to say.
Don't forget about him.
Welcome there to chat to Fancy and Yancy, Persephone, and Game Bear 51.
There we go. Yep.
Game Bear, don't text and drive, eh?
Okay, yeah, no, sorry. I actually got it completely wrong. Kerry G. Williams is currently leading with a comfortable, 93 to 67. That's about 24 points.
Yeah, well, there's a 2 in 24, Ace, so it's fine.
25 points.
You're fine. But Ace, do we have 8? Do we have 8 races this evening? What's happening? Where is Toy Story? Is he having car trouble?
There is possible car troubles. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't catch up with the drivers beforehand to know who's got car troubles and who doesn't. But again, the drivers are still driving on the track, so there is a very good possibility where they're still waiting for everybody to just join in and settle down. Also, these gentlemen might just also be busy with their car setup. So remember, we will get a formation lap when the drivers are ready themselves.
Of course, Ace. But we are missing, and it shows in chat, we are missing Kerry G. Williams.
Yeah.
We're missing Toy Story. We're missing some of our front runners and our consistent drivers throughout the league.
I'm just saying, you know, Kerry G. Williams, again, when we're going back to the points table, Kerry G. Williams is currently in the lead with 26 points, right?
Yeah.
So it's fine for Kerry G. Williams to miss out on one race if he does have car troubles.
Yeah, I know it's fine points-wise. It's just we like watching him, Ace. We like sitting with binoculars and like zooming in on his car and watching him drive.
I get that. I understand the notion. But again, ladies and gentlemen, we have to look at the bigger picture here. So again, we've got Kerry G. Williams in the lead, followed by Toy Story with 67 points, Shazam with 65. So there's only a 2 points difference in second place.
So if Toy Story is not able to show up this evening, it's going to cost them a little bit.
But again, we can't confirm that for sure because they are most likely in the lobby, but they haven't entered their cars.
No, 100%, Ace. I'm just making an observation.
We will have a look at that shortly. Then we've got Sonic with 62 points. That is following Shazam with only 3 points. So again, if you think about it, 2, 3, 4, and 5 which is Saitama with 61 points, are split with only 6 points apart from each other. So that's literally one position.
Yeah, so it's a very close call there for our league standings at this point in time.
It's very close.
I'm hoping that they are in the lobby, because I see now that we also are missing Saitama, and we are used to our carry Saitama fights.
Let's quickly have a look, see who had entered the registry as of yet. So we do only have 8 entrants as of now. Well, technically 7, because I'm in there. Let's cancel my entry, thank you. Okay, so we've only got 7
Wouldn't that have been a
entries.
problem, Ace?
But again, the drivers still have some time to get into the race. It's not that we're going to fire away instantaneously.
Ace, what is the chances? Is this only a practice?
No, it's not practice. Race.
No, I mean like what they're doing now. They are in a practice.
Yes, they're currently in practice.
Okay. Oh my word.
Yes.
I don't know if that was you misunderstanding or me not speaking clearly. It could have been both.
And Persephone's getting all nervous on the driver's behalf.
Of course. It's they literally, like you mentioned, one position away from losing and or gaining a standing in the league. So, yeah, I can 100% understand that everyone is feeling nervous. I'm feeling nervous because I'm not seeing Kerry G and Saitama. So hopefully they are going to drop in. Ace, then I also would just like to take the opportunity again to thank everyone, like all of our viewers, all of our followers, all of our new followers. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah, and then of course, just want to point out there, if you guys do want the onboard experience, if you'd like to have the official driver view and have a chat with the drivers themselves, you are more than welcome to follow on Sonic42GT7. He is currently on Twitch and YouTube. So if you guys would like a onboard view of the current race we are broadcasting, yeah, he is currently live on his side as well. You guys are more than welcome to go join in there as well and just say hi from the GoodolCouch.
Thank you there for the follow, Malmu101.
Thank you there for the follow, Malmu101. Welcome as well.
I think that's one of our only followers, or like one of the only followers that I can pronounce the name.
Wait, did we point out Visa BBD?
No. I did point out the new followers, but thank you so much also for the follow there, Risa PVD.
There we go. Alrighty.
I think a night race. I will write myself off on the first corner.
Yeah, so luckily for us, this is not a night race. It's just that the practice lobby has been open for so long that it had turned dark as of yet. But it looks like the gentlemen are prepping up to do a formation lap. We're just confirming, yeah. Just waiting on Sonic to make a move.
The thing is, Ace, if we have a look, like I know we can't see it now, but I had a look at the track layout, and if we have a look at the track, I saw 2 90-degree corners. And that is, yes, thank you so much for bringing that up for us there, Ace. I see 2 90-freaking-degree corners. I see another 2 very sharp corners. I don't know, it looks like there's a lot of elevation on this track. This is going to be a very difficult track, Ace. It is. It's not a rookie track.
Again, Mount Panorama. So basically, they're driving on a mountain. They're physically driving on a mountain. And because they're driving on a mountain, you know, they're going to go up one hell of a time. And then here on the back side of the track, it's only downhill cornering, which is extremely difficult to keep the car under control if you by chance like to feather your foot on that throttle pedal. So there is a possibility we might see some spins. But again, it's all up to the drivers, you know. If they can keep that throttle under control, we won't have a problem.
It's interesting for me, Ace, because this isn't a rookie track. This isn't, as you can see, Rife with that downhill cornering there on the practice, struggling to get that brake marker in. So this is going to be a hell of a track for them to drive, and they really are going to have to keep their focus so perfectly intact with that downhill cornering, Ace, that they're going to have to make sure that they brake on their brake markers exactly.
Yeah,
one teeny tiny mistake on this downhill cornering can cost you
can cost you everything. And yeah, you can announce it. You can announce it.
I wanted to say, Persephone, I just saw Toy Story. Yay.
Again, it's not necessary that we jump the gun, but the gun had been jumped.
I see DCJ also joining in there. DCJ, one of the newer entrants into the
one of the
league.
new drivers, yes, as well as Game Bear.
Game Bear also back this evening. I believe he joined in last week for the previous week for the first race.
Yeah, so
what I would like to see, sorry Ace, what I would like to see from Game Bear this evening in specific is a little bit more authority in his own driving. What I saw on his first race is he kind of
Dan Gaming unfortunate there on the back on the back downhills. I can't remember what those corners are, but they're pretty much a nightmare to get through.
100% Ace. Like I was saying, Game Bear, I don't know if maybe he's just a very polite person, but I think he allowed everyone to pass just a little bit too easily. He really had a bit more of an aggressive shot in the race the previous time as well. So I would really like to see some autonomy and some owning of the track coming from him this evening.
Yeah, well, speaking from a driver's perspective, you know, getting the confidence to keep that door closed, it's much easier said than done, because on track, you know, you need to focus on everything. You need to focus on what's ahead of you, what's behind you. You need to keep your eye on your corners. You need to make 100% sure you get your brakes done. And then, of course, you know, any driver who comes past and under brakes or over brakes, just get the jump on you. You know that there's many of drivers almost shat themselves because, hey, look, there comes a missile from out of nowhere and they just make the corner. A very good example of this driving style is Max Verstappen. He's got a very aggressive style where he really goes deep into the corners. Oh, run off straight into the wall.
Yeah, I actually also wanted to say our own Max Verstappen in this league might be Toy Story. Also a very aggressive driving style.
Diver, yes.
Deep diving, taking the corners very late or late braking. That's worked out very well for him so far, and I must agree with you, Ace. It's easy for me to speak, I know that. I couldn't possibly do what these guys are doing. But I would really like to see some autonomy and some confidence coming from our new entrants into the league as well.
Oh yeah, no. Again, with time, we will see it. They will, as I say, defrost and get their wheels spinning in the right directions. But yeah, no, look, again, this is also a Bathurst. Bathurst's a very difficult track to run on. It's a very difficult track to keep your car straight on. It's one hell of a drive, ultimately.
I know this isn't qualifier yet, Ace, but why don't we just quickly have a look at how our racers are doing in this nighttime practice session, which we do know that they admitted themselves is not their best time of day.
Yeah, it's not really bad at all, but again, we need to take in consideration that some of these lap times that's been put up, except now for Dan Gaming, who ripped one out of nowhere, a 147.568. Like, wow, he's like, okay, you know what? I'm not bothered by the dog. I'm not afraid of the dog.
Dan Gaming came in the previous race and took third position.
Yeah, so Dan Gaming coming in here in the dog saying, you know what? I'll warm up these tires. I'll make it happen. Shazam also having a very, very good practice time with a 147.982. Rife getting that 148.058. Again, Rife also showing a lot of promise when he came in. Ran with the front runners, had unfortunate accidents, and he's been having trouble keeping up with the front runners. But I think it's more of a self-doubt type of thing.
Yeah.
But I personally think he can make it. He showed himself on Yas Marina, so I think he can stick with the front runners as well. And then
Definitely.
DCJ, Game Bear, both of them, two of our new drivers coming in. Hopefully we can see some beautiful, beautiful diamonds in those in the rough there.
Definitely,
Shadow.
Ace. Sorry for interrupting you there. Definitely, if you have a look at that lap time there from DCJ, a 150 definitely not bad for your second race in the league. And Game Bear not far behind with that 151 there.
Yeah. 347. And then, of course, our practice runner for earlier this evening, Shadow, that we saw. Wow, what laps he did put up with a 148.615. Sonic, unfortunately, I don't see a current time for him. I don't think Sonic had put up a time as of yet.
Sonic's just chilling. He's here for vibes.
And
He knows
then
what he can do in the race.
Toy Story, I'm thinking he's getting his car ready. Currently sitting with a 152.033 with his current.
Having taken one out lap there, missed the brake marker a bit, and that's why I'm thinking maybe you're correct. Maybe adjusting a couple of things on the car quickly while he still has the time.
Yeah.
Because we do know that Toy Story likes to play around with his settings and or not settings, like his car settings.
His car, yeah.
To ensure that he gets those times up there.
Oh yeah, and you know, as much force, power, and precision, if I can put it like that, you want to get out of this track. You just need to make 100% sure your downforce is keeping you down. Again, this downhill, if I can just put it into perspective here, let's just see it from the bonnet view here from Dan Gaming coming through. This is steep downhill, people.
It really is. It's a steep downhill. It's tight cornering. It's a very narrow track as well here.
The whole track is narrow. So they've got potentially 3 overtaking positions, or 3 overtaking corners. Overtaking on any other corner on this track is considered insanely stupid. But again, if you do have the car in a good position and you can lock it in, you should be okay. But again, you need to make 100% sure that door is not going to get shut down on you, because if that door is going to get closed in front of you and you're on the top of that mountain coming down, somebody's going to get that car pointed in the wrong direction, and that's just going to cause chaos ultimately.
How easy is it, Ace, to lose your grip or to lose your rear down these corners?
Extremely easy.
Even if your tire strategy is in place, it is a possibility that you actually might just lose your rear.
Yes. Like I said, when you're coming down the mountain, you need to throttle. You need to handle your throttle like you would handle a porcelain doll, extremely gently.
Okay, so handle your throttle like you handle your wife. With kids' gloves.
A little bit deep there for Dan Gaming. Not the route I was thinking, but okay.
Ace, I don't want to know what you were thinking. Let's just say they'll be coming down the mountain when they come.
They are coming.
Pent, okay, leaky claw.
Right. But yeah, no, it's a very difficult track. Very much room for error. And hopefully it's going to be good.
Definitely, I'm extremely excited. I do see we have Shadow, DCJ, and Sonic still in the pit there. We out on the track for practice. We do have Dan Gaming, Shazam, Rife, Game Bear, and Toy Story. Another driver that we can keep an eye on, Ace, that's been working his way up is Rife. So I'm very excited to see what he's going to be doing this evening, because he also has a very consistent yet a little bit aggressive driving style, and I don't think that he will take the back seat quite easily. So I'm thinking regarding or depending on where he places, if he can have as good a launch as he's had up in the league thus far, he might actually also definitely have a very great race.
Yep. Okay, I see here that there is some technical difficulties with the room once more. I've had this earlier today where when I reset the room, it goes extremely dark. So I'm just quickly going to reset lobby, and in that time, everybody just sit back and relax. We will be with you shortly. And we're back, everybody.
And we're back.
There we go. Okay, so we've got a new room up.
Fantastic, and it looks like daylight, Ace.
Yeah, it's daylight. Definitely, it's daylight.
Daytime, nighttime,
Daylight come and I wanna go home.
But you're not going home, Ace, because we have a race to do.
Yeah, that's fair. That's true. I say day.
So we have a question there from Persephone in chat, Ace. Do we have confirmation if Kerry G. Williams and Saitama will be joining?
Unfortunately, we had not yet received the confirmation of the drivers as of yet, unfortunately. Unfortunately. There we go. Alright, so we've got daytime.
He said, "Hey-oh."
There we go. Let's quickly get our information up there. That looks better.
Wonderful, Ace, wonderful. I see our racers are clocking in one by one. Fantastic, fantastic.
Yep. We've got 4 drivers in so far.
Let me just see what is flashing here on your screen.
And ladies and gentlemen, we've got a confirmation here. Kerry G. Williams had entered the race.
Kerry G has entered the fray. Welcome, Kerry G. Welcome.
Oh, Kerry G. But now the million-dollar question is, did Kerry G. Williams get any practice in for this evening's race?
Whoop whoops. Whoop whoops there for Kerry G. Well, Ace, the thing is, what I've seen so far of Kerry G is he's going to use this opportunity to get that practice in. Well, just as I say it, he stops, so we'll see what's happening here.
I think he's most likely waiting up for all of the other drivers to line up for the formation lap.
Are we in the formation lap already?
No. There goes Toy Story. He's flying past.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I don't think we're doing the formation lap already. Maybe just some settings.
Be because we don't have everybody in yet.
Yeah, maybe just some setting changes. What's going to be interesting, Ace, why don't you take us there to Toy Story quickly? So we can just have a look. What's interesting now is to see this track in the daytime. I don't think nighttime does it justice, Ace, because you can't really see the elevation. You can't really see the track, like the track width. You can't see the downhill cornering. I'm so sorry, Anomalies has run completely out of speaking options. But in any case,
her English meter had run out.
Even my Afrikaans meter has run out, Ace. I need to switch over to Spanish now because that's the only one I have left.
No compadre.
So it's going to be interesting to see how our drivers now adapt to this track in the daytime.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm going to be very honest with you. The track is very much easier in the daytime because you can gauge your corners. You can gauge where you're going. You can think to yourself, hey, okay, the track's only this wide, right?
Yeah, I do believe that there's a big difference in driving in daytime and driving in the evening. But what I'm referring to specifically, Ace, is our drivers now had a full hour or so practice or half-hour practice in the evening. So it's possible that maybe they are now used to their evening markers.
Look, the evening markers and day markers are exactly the same markers. It's wet and dry conditions that different.
No, I 100% understand that, Ace, but if I get into a car now and I drive the exact same route that I drive during the daytime, I can promise you my markers are not the same. My reactions are not going to be the same.
Remind me never to let you drive at night again.
I've driven in the evening before, Ace. It's too late.
Oh, Toy Story with a clip. We've got Kerry G. Williams on the road again. And we've got Dan Gaming also flying through. DCJ also trying to get a lovely daytime practice lap up in there with Shazam hot on his tail.
A little bit of a runoff there, maybe just grabbing a tiny bit of grass with one of the wheels. It is going to cost them on this track, Ace.
Ooh,
if they go off track, it's going to cost them.
Oh yeah, no. Getting grass, dirt, anything on those tires currently is a bad thing.
DCJ sticking very close to Shazam on this straight.
Oh yeah. Taking definitely advantage of the draft there.
But there's not a very nice passing corner or passing spot after that little straight.
No. So after that straight, you basically want to single file down when moving up through the backside here of the mountain. If you're trying to do something criminally insane and try to overtake here on the backside of the mountain, be my guest, but good luck.
I like how Ace says criminally insane.
Yes, I would classify that as as a felony.
It's a felony to overtake here, boys.
Yes.
We will call the FBI.
You need balls of steel in order to complete a pass here on the backside.
But Ace, is it possible?
It is possible, but again, the possibility of both cars coming out of that overtake unscathed is, I want to say, 22%.
I hear you, Ace.
Again, the road is barely thick enough for one car. Now you want to push two through a corner.
Well, that's true. We have Persephone there in chat. You could cause someone's death if you overtake there. It is possible.
Yeah, so criminal, yes.
Of course, Ace. Of course. I see there's a little bit of a chicane there.
Yeah.
On the downhill as well.
Yeah, that's 100% true. I'm trying to see now who's on their way there. We can actually have a look at Drive. Drive is on his way there now. So if we have a look here, he's going to go through a fast left-hander where you just basically lift your foot, drop the fuel, and then from here on out you want to brake. You want to brake the car, get it through the chicane, put it right, and then you're swinging left. Through the left, ease off right, tap the throttle, get it in, get it deep right, and then brake hard, pull left. And there you go. Oh, unfortunately hit the barrier there of Falcon.
As you can see on this little barrier hit, your car placement here is almost more important.
It's crucial.
It's crucial. I think it's the most important part of completing this downhill.
Yeah. No. Your car placement, your positioning of your car on track is extremely important. And again, if you're at the wrong place at the wrong time and you've got the wrong foot on the wrong pedal, you're going to have a bad time.
Then you are wrong.
You know, there is no such thing as French fry and pizza here.
Well, Ace, there's always such a thing as pineapple on pizza.
That is up for interpretation. We've got Sonic now coming through on his first practice lap, though. Well, the first one we're seeing.
Yeah, the first one we're seeing, yeah.
I do believe he's going to stick it through. We can actually also have a look on board with him to see how he's going to go through these corners. Again, very fast left-hander coming up here. From the left-hander, you want to set the car up for that chicane. Just tap the brakes a little bit to swing it through. So you're going right, going left, brake hard, right, swing left, and then ease on the throttle to the right, throttle it down, to the left, swing right, brake hard, swing left. And that's what positioning does. Easy, clean and through.
Oh my word, Ace. I must say, it's amazing listening to you going through the steps and the motions of this track. I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think I will be able to do it. Welcome there to chat, Malmu 101. You need pineapple on pizza. Agreed. Another pineapple on pizza.
Pizza lover, yep.
Squad joiner.
Yeah, no, that's definitely going to be a thing.
I would like to introduce all of you to my cult of pineapple on pizza. Please join.
Disclaimer, we do not supply the pizza.
It's okay. I will supply a piece of pineapple. You bring a slice of pizza, I will put the pineapple on the pizza.
You put the pie in the coconut and take it all up.
I had the same song in my head just now.
Oh, but what a drive. We've also got a new participant this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Block.
Oh my word, another new racer, Ace.
Another new racer, Block, currently joining in on the fray. So now this is going to be interesting. We've got another new driver on a very technical track. So again,
for your first race to be this track, I do not envy Block at all.
Oh, no, not at all. But again, we are not 100% sure on the pace that Block can put out. So we can maybe just gauge on how he's going to perform by just seeing what he does through his practice lap here through the back end. It looks like he's got his car under control, but he is currently closely followed there by Game Bear, looking at that rump.
Well, Ace, Game Bear is a bear.
He is bearing that game all the way through. As you can see there also, we've got Block, who clearly understands the cornering through these back end corners, well, the downhill slope. And you can also see almost a no fear tactic going through there. That's a very clean cross through, but slides a little bit out. That's a bit too early on the throttle there, but still beautiful. Opening up.
Now it's clear that Block has driven this track before, Ace. It's clear that he understands the downhill cornering. So I'm very, very happy that he is able to drive this technical track, because there's nothing so disheartening as joining in on your first race in a league and you already have that first race pressure, and then you now need to drive a track that you're not familiar with.
Yeah, no, that also true. You know, getting out on track and not knowing the track, that's very, very, very dangerous. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, it looks like these guys are setting up to get ready to get their formation lap underway, which means we are very close to our official race time.
Exciting!
Oh, we've got a 6-second penalty there for line cutting there out of the pits.
Okay, so we do have a comment, Ace, with some lyrics to one of our favorite songs, which I'm not going to sing because I don't want to pay royalties to Her Majesty.
Wait, who's Her Majesty?
It's just a reference to the artist.
Oh, hell yeah! It's pressing down on you. No way to stop. Under pressure. There we go. We've got the formation lap underway. And we do have Sonic, who's going to look at the front line of the pack there for the formation lap. But it seems that it had been conceded there for Shazam. So Shazam and Sonic. Okay, now Sonic is taking the front of the pack through. So let's just quickly run through of our drivers here. So we've got Dan Gaming joining in once again for this evening, followed there by, well, not followed, but also we've got Rife, who's in for another league race. We also do have Shazam and DCJ. Then going through there, it's going to be one of the fan favorites, Toy Story, followed by one of the other fan favorites, Kerry G. Williams. Then we've got our league host, Sonic 42, who's currently leading the pack once more, and then newcomer Block joining in on the fray with a Gamer Bear, well, Game Bear, not Gamer Bear, Game Bear.
Gamer Bear.
For his second race in the season, followed there by Shadow, somebody who had definitely surprised us in the past and will show a lot of promise in the future.
Definitely, Ace. And then we do still have Dan Gaming keeping that fastest lap of a 1:47.7. I believe it's a 9.5.
7.95, yes. So again, this is just the formation lap of the practice. Then we are going to head into our qualifier for this evening. And then thereafter, we are going to kick off our 25 laps through Mount Panorama. Oh, we got a sideways car. That's got to be Kerry G. Williams causing chaos on the formation lap.
See, Ace, that's the thing on this track. If you lose a little bit of your car placement, you're not only influencing yourself, it's more than possible that there is a huge commotion that's going to come because of it, because it just is not possible to cleanly pass when someone spins out on this downhill slope.
Oh yeah.
What I also want to ask, Ace, is I see we do have a penalty there for Dan Gaming. What is the implications at this point of the stage?
There's absolutely no implication. Again, it's just practice. So there's absolutely nothing to gain, nothing to lose.
Luckily, it's not going to carry over into the qualifier then.
Yeah, no, definitely not, no. Alright, so it looks like our drivers are popping back into the pits, which signals to us we can do a triple reset, and from the triple reset we can start our race. Well, start our qualifier, not the race. Qualifier. There we go.
So, Ace, is there a required tire strat for this race? Or tire requirements?
We do have a tire requirement, yes. Our tire requirement currently would be for... oh wow, I just blanked. Softs and
yeah,
mediums.
I wanted to say, I believe you mentioned softs and mediums for this race.
Yeah, so it's going to be softs and mediums for the race, yes. Okay, so there's number 2. One more time, everybody, say it with me.
Whoop whoop, and then thank you so much for the follow there, Jeronica Earl.
Jeronica Earl, welcome there, buddy.
Can I just call you Geronimo?
And and then, of course, as a tradition on the good old couch for any old races, can we do have a hen puppy there in chat, please?
Hen puppy, whoop whoop. Give us a hen there.
Okay, cool
Whoop,
stuff.
whoop,
Everybody
hen
is locked
coming
in.
there.
It looks like everybody is locked in, yes. Just making 100% sure. Yeah, everybody is locked in. We're going to start qualifier. Alrighty.
Let me just also throw my hen in there.
Hen puppy, hen.
Okay, so we are starting qualifier. This grid looks a lot better, Ace.
Oh, it's a beautiful grid. We've got a 10 racer grid this evening. And again, I think these gentlemen, they will be out for blood. And our qualifying session has officially started. So we've got a 5-minute qualifier for this evening. And we do see Toy Story starting off with mediums on his qualifier.
That's a very interesting strat.
I did note everybody else starting off on the soft compound. So it's going to be interesting where Toy Story is going to end off. But I think no, wait, no, he's still here. He's going to run the medium. So possibly looking at a
little bit of a bump there against the rail for Dan Gaming.
Yeah.
This is costing him a little bit of his stability and his car placement through this uphill.
Yeah, okay, but remember, what we need to take in consideration now is the fact that this is just their warm-up lap. So they need to take the time to warm up these tires as much as they can.
Definitely.
That they can keep the grip the moment they need it in race.
So, Ace, on a 5-minute qualifier, what is the amount of laps that our racers will be able to get in? Will it be a one-shot quali, or will they have an opportunity to try to put up one more?
Yeah, no, that's classical Mount Panorama shenanigans right there.
Thank you there for the bump, DCJ.
Some assistance there. So we do have a possibility for 2 flying laps. But it's 2 flying laps back to back. So they won't be able, well, they'll be able to do 3 laps in total, but it's only going to be 2 back to back that they can try to get out of this session.
This is going to be a hard qualifier, Ace.
We do have Shazam, who's starting off his flying lap first for us this evening. Let's see what he will be able to do. So currently running beautifully, getting it done. Trying to see if I can get the time.
Definitely has some clean air there for himself as well, Ace. A very smart move from Shazam there, exiting onto the track first to ensure that he does have that opportunity for some clean air.
Yeah, to get that clean air, everybody out of the way. He does not need to worry about anybody in front of him, anybody behind him. He can just try to get his head down, corners done, without struggling. But now again, we do also have Sonic, who did pull away a little bit there from Shadow, but I do believe Shadow's also just making that little bit of, or gave him the little bit of space.
Yeah. I think it's important for the racers, Ace, to
give each other that space.
Yeah, to give that little bit of space, not only so that they can give each other the room to breathe, but also should there be a little bit of a hiccup happening on track, that they ensure themselves not being in the midst of the fray.
Yeah, not being in the middle of the chaos. That's 100% true. We do see here Sonic coming through the dangerous left-hander. We do have Rifle also pass through there. Shadow and Game Bear. Game Bear very close to Shadow there. Is going to capitalize on the draft here of Shadow, which is going to give Game Bear a little bit of an edge over a time on his time. In order to get a good qualifier up in there. But Shazam, we're going to see now crossing the finish line to see where did he get that time. What is that time currently? I do believe it's going to be a low 150. Oh, 148.9. Wow, okay, I'm off with 1 second.
And then Sonic coming through. Very good time for a first time.
With a 147.375. Currently taking provisionally first position.
And also fastest lap.
Fastest lap thus far. Again, it's going to be a provisional first position. They do have time to get one more lap done, ladies and gentlemen. So anything can still happen. We do have Kerry G. Williams, who clocked in a second place time with a 148.117. And then we do have Shazam with a 148.968. We do have Rife with a 150.142, and then Block with a 150.536. Followed there by DCJ with a 151.404, and then Shadow following there with a 152.232. And then Game Bear with a 152.617, Toy Story with a 153.638, Dan Gaming with a 209.150. It's still any man's fight.
It really is, Ace, and if you have a look at the times on the board, I must say that it's not that far away from, or that far, what is the word I'm looking for?
Far off.
Yeah, exactly. We're starting with the 147s, and we're ending it with the 152s, Ace, and that's better than a lot of the lap times in the evening practice race.
Yeah, so the practice that we had actually saw a lot of low 150s, but again, anything is possible. So having a bad initial lap is possible. A 146.712 there for Sonic, updating the time with almost a second. Wow.
So Sonic is just like showing up this evening.
Yeah, no,
didn't
Sonic
participate in the practices, sat in the pits, and he's just like, you guys just wait, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here to say hello. And hello he did say. DCJ coming in now through the last corner in order to get his time up in there. It's currently still a 151.404. And then we do have...
Just run us through the grid, Ace. That's what I'm trying to show you.
Right. I thought you're pointing me up. So, currently in pole position, let me quickly do the rundown for you guys with the results. Our qualifier would be as follow with Sonic 146.712, followed there by Kerry G. Williams, followed by Rife, and then Shazam in 4th, Game Bear in 5th, Shadow in 6th, Block in 7th, DCJ in 8th. Then we've got Toy Story in 9th and Dan Gaming in 10th. Boy, oh boy, it's going to be one hell of a show.
Fantastic, Ace, fantastic. At Ace 555, I'm just happy to be here.
You know what, Toy Story? Love you too, bro.
Yeah, Toy Story, the thing is, the fans are also happy that you are here. So there was a little bit of a panic moment when we thought you're not going to make it or you're going to have some car troubles, but everybody is very happy that you are here.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're just giving everybody a little bit of time just to get their cars prepped up for the race. So we're going to give it about 1 more minute and then we will be going green for tonight's race, race 6. of the MSG League.
Fantastic, Ace. Fantastic. Some good lucks coming in there from the races to each other. Let's have a good race. Let's have a clean race. I must say, Ace, I do agree. I think that it's good that our racers are going in with the mindset of having a clean race, because this is going to be very hard on this track, to be quite honest with you.
That's 100% true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this shit show on the road. I think I'm going to use that as a propinquity going forward. I really need something with a form of propinquity in race, you know, for our races, but we'll get there as we get there.
Well, Ace, it's a stop-start.
Yes, of course, it's a false start. So if they pre-launch, they pre-launch. That's penalties. Again, we've got Sonic challenge. Well, Kerry G. Williams is going to challenge Sonic on T1 with Rife following through. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is off. We've got a very, very good launch there for Sonic and Kerry G. Williams, both. Sonic closing the window very, very early. Kerry G. Williams almost running wide. Oh, we do have here DCJ, Block, and Toy Story who ran wide. And then here at the front, we do have Kerry G. Williams and Rife battling there for second place. Rife looking at the outside line with Kerry G. Williams blocking on the inside. Unfortunately missing out. Shadow and Shazam both trying to capitalize, but
Yeah, but
Rife.
Shazam unfortunately running off there. Rife capitalizing on that moment, grabbing that second position for himself and pushing both Kerry G. Williams, Shazam and Shadow back behind him.
Yeah, getting them right behind them. So Rife again showing he can run with the front runners, here to show us he's here to stay, and we better show him the way.
That was actually, Ace, a very, very aggressive move from Rife there. Not a bad aggressive, a very authoritative, aggressive move from him there. Taking the chaos that happened in that turn and in that cornering and using it to his advantage. And I believe that's how he's going to push for this race.
Dan Gaming unfortunately having a little slip up here at the back. Struggling to keep the car in a straight line there through the back end. Again, it's so difficult to keep the car on track. It's like the car really wants to go sideways the moment you give it a little bit of too much throttle through those corners at the back end there.
I don't think this track is necessarily Dan Gaming's best track, Ace, and it's completely understandable, but you can, as you said, really see how he is sliding through this track, and it is so hard to keep your car placement steady.
Oh yeah, no, that's 100% true. We do currently have Kerry G. Williams who's looking at the rump of Rife, and Kerry G. Williams again, as we know from past experiences, the moment he's got his eyes set on a rump, he's going to cook it. He's going to put it on a braai.
He's going to braai it, and he's going to make a medium rare steak out of it.
Very easy medium rare steak out of it, yes. We do have Sonic who's also pulling away little by little each section, currently having a 2-second lead from Rife. So,
The thing is, Ace, your position 2, 3 and 4 on this track, in my opinion, should actually be working together, especially in the front or the start of the race, where it's so important to ensure that your front runner does not get that opportunity to build that time difference and that lead up, because it's going to be exceptionally hard to not only battle for your position 2, 3 and 4, but also to catch up on this track. It's not an easy track to catch up on. You only have one straight and one half of a straight, and then you have uphill cornering, downhill cornering, one weird chicane just thrown in there, and 2 90-degree corners.
Yep, which you need to try to carry all of your speed through. Now, currently, we do have Kerry G. Williams, who had one splendid exit there through the last left-hander of the downhill off of the mountain. And he is currently sitting on the rump of Rife. Oh, looking on the inside there of Rife. Unfortunately, getting a little bit of contact, losing the car over the curbs. But that gives Rife that little bit of momentum to just pull away from Kerry G. Williams.
To remove himself from this fight for the time being.
We do also see here at the back, we've got Block who's currently trying to catch up there to Shadow, and Shadow trying to catch up to Shazam. But the pack is pretty steady going through here. But again, anything can happen on this track. Any little mistake can change everything.
But Ace, knowing this track and seeing the type of competition that's going on this evening, what would your ideal tire strategy be?
If I really need to think about it, I'll go the traditional soft mediums. I'll even maybe consider a 2-stop on this race because the softs are going to get worn relatively quickly. I think they're going to last about 7 laps.
Yeah.
So soft, medium, softs, maybe. You can pull it through for softs, mediums, but I'm not 100% sure on the fuel though. If I look at the fuel, there's a possibility for a second stop happening today. So yeah, no, it's a doozy of a one there. We do also see Sonic though getting that pull away from Rife with a current 5.3 second lead that he had taken from Rife.
Definitely, Ace, definitely. Kerry G. Williams also trying to catch up there. Shazam not far behind. You can have a look there. Shazam made up some time. He only has a 0.9 follow on Kerry G. I don't think Shazam wants to let go of that podium. He got used to getting that podium.
No, he got the taste. He liked the taste. And now he's hungry for more. You know?
Definitely, Ace, definitely. So it's going to not only be crucial for them to not let Rife and Sonic gain too much of a lead, but it's also going to be crucial for Kerry G. Williams to see if he can keep Shazam behind him.
Yeah, well, it's either going to be keep Shazam behind him or let Shazam go and then use the draft again on the back straight.
Shazam is attempting the overtake there on the inside.
Kerry G. Williams did lift a little bit there to give Shazam that air. So Kerry G. Williams is currently looking at getting that
taking that back around the inside corner. He did successfully manage it. Shazam just had a little bit of the taste of that third position, and Kerry G just came and took it right back.
Yeah, no, but he did the fake out though. It's very rare that you actually see it work, but he did a fake out. He lifted it early, took the inside line, and he braked late. And he made the move work. He sticked on the inside line. And that just worked for him. And now currently Kerry G. Williams is just pulling out from Shazam.
That was actually a very good strategy to employ there, Ace, especially if you're confident enough in your braking abilities on this downhill. You can definitely use that momentum to just give you that little bit of an extra boost.
Yep. And it shows. It shows. We currently have Toy Story who's looking at the rump of DCJ, but I do see Toy Story struggling a little bit to keep the car's nose. They're up on the go. Why did we go back up? Thank you. This is where we want to be.
Ace, I am not 100% sure, but I do believe that Equal Performance is not on in this league.
No, Equal Performance is not on. They do not have balance of performance. So that means that each driver has control of their cars. And what they do with their cars is up to them.
Is there a specific car that struggles on this track, Ace?
Oh, no, it's only, they're basically driving one make, which is going to be the DTMs here. And yeah, so it's the Audi DTMs that they're currently driving. But how they set up their Audis is...
It makes a difference.
Yeah. So somebody maybe runs a higher gear ratio, somebody maybe runs a higher downforce. It all just depends on the driver.
Definitely, Ace, definitely. Why don't you run us through what is happening on the grid at the present moment?
So currently the grid is pretty much settled through. We've got Sonic currently in first position with a 6.6 second lead, followed there by Rife leading 3 seconds over Kerry G. Williams, who's currently 3 seconds ahead of Shazam. Shazam then having a 4-second lead over Shadow, and Shadow having an 11-second lead over Block, our newcomer for this evening. Block then currently running a 3.8 second lead over DCJ, who is currently being chased down by Toy Story, who really wants to get that position in there. But again, this track does not favor the aggressive. You need to be very reserved, and you need to make 100% sure your exit on the last corners before the main straights is phenomenal. If you can get your corners phenomenal before those straights, you will get the pass.
That's very interesting, Ace, because usually your tracks does favor your aggressive driver, although it is very, very hard to be an aggressive driver on some of these tracks. However, like you've mentioned, this track favoring a little bit more of the reserved, a little bit more of the tactical.
Yeah, again, this is it's a 24-hour track. They do have 24-hour races on it, so, you know, endurance and being reserved would favor you immensely, even in shorter burst races.
Definitely, Ace, definitely. Game Bear there in ninth position currently.
Oh, unfortunately, having a little spin out there, catching the curb, unfortunately.
Yes, that
there with
definitely is
tires.
Unfortunately. And the speed, inclination and cornering on this downhill, Ace, makes it so that if you do happen to catch the curb, it's going to cost you.
Yeah.
I don't believe that it's going to be an easy recover.
No, it's definitely not going to be an easy recovery. The moment your car is pointing either left or right off the course, yeah, you're going to add seconds to your lap time, because it's very hard to get your nose back straight again.
Yeah, definitely, Ace, definitely.
So then also with this, I just quickly want to have a look at our tire strategy for this evening. So we've got softs on Sonic, softs on Rife, Kerry G. Williams also running softs, Shadow running softs. We've got Shazam running mediums though, and currently sticking on the rump of Shadow. And getting the overtake done on Shadow on the outside line. He's going to go for the outside. Yeah, he's sticking it on the outside line. Shadow not contesting that inside line. But again, this is the big difference where your soft tires are currently worn and your medium tires are starting to shine.
Yeah, so it's definitely the time where you just want to be a little bit reserved in order not to cost yourself the race.
Yeah, not to run those soft tires through to the ground, but we do see DCJ blinking first, giving Toy Story that chance to get open air on his medium set of tires. So DCJ definitely seeing that he's losing time to those medium tires coming into the pits on lap 6. Then we've got Game Bear also running on the soft tires, and Dan Gaming also running on the soft tires, which then means that we do currently have 2 runners on the medium tires, with DCJ blinking in first in order to set the tone for the race going forward. Again, my estimation would be 7 laps on the softs, and then I would say about 10 to 12 laps on the mediums, and then possibly we go back to the softs once more. But again, anything can happen. It is Gran Turismo. It is hectic driving on Mount Panorama or Bathurst, depending who you ask. Here we go. We do see here Kerry G. Williams again ever so closely catching up to Rife. Rife also going into the pits of Kerry G. Williams following suit. So they're also going to switch over to that medium compound tires.
On lap 7.
On lap 7, which gives Shazam, who's also going into the pits on his medium compound tires though.
Yeah, with an unfortunate 1 second penalty that he's going to have to
serve. Yes. Running unfortunately off of the line. We do have Block also coming into the pits now. Shadow currently capitalizing on that front, but still running on worn soft tires. We do see also Toy Story, who is currently running the mediums, but he's going to make these mediums stretch as far as he can. And again, before we saw Toy Story run tires
Yes.
into the mud.
That's what I just wanted to say, Ace, is I am not worried in the slightest about Toy Story's tire strats. He made me panic up into my soul previously in this league. So I feel like K Sarah, Toy Story's got this. He's here for vibes.
Yeah, no, he's here definitely trying to not catch strays, but secure himself all the way through.
Definitely, Ace, definitely.
So now currently we do have Shadow, but he is ever so slightly losing time against Rife there. And Sonic, you know, enjoying himself there with a 24-second lead. Just enjoying that fresh air, getting that good drive in. We've been waiting for a good drive there from Sonic, just to see that he can get himself there in the front and just enjoy the scenic routes.
Definitely, Ace. I must say it was a very smart move from Sonic, holding his own and only slightly defending there in the beginning, whilst everybody was chasing down on his first position, because he didn't really focus on defending. He more focused on gaining some lead over the follow or the rest of the races.
Over the rest of the pack. Yeah, that's 100% true.
And I must say that's a smart call, and it worked out well for him.
Oh no, it definitely worked out well for him. And we also have Shadow, who popped into the pits. But now we need to see if this is going to give Rife and Kerry G. Williams that opportunity to get very, very close to Sonic. But no, they do not. Sonic still has a good 7-second lead with a 2-lap set. Well, 2 laps, 1 lap. 1 lap fresher set of medium tires. And then we do have Kerry G. Williams sitting here on the rump of Rife, who's just, you know, sniffing it out, seeing if he's going to have a snack on it, if it's medium rare.
If he's going to defend, if he's going to just focus on getting that lead. You can see Rife is still in the decision-making process there.
And then, well, Kerry G also, you know, thinking medium, well done, rare, however you do enjoy your steak. It's currently, you know, being prepared right in front of him.
But what we have noticed about Kerry G as well previously in this league, Ace, is that Kerry G does not have the insecurity of trying to pass at each possible moment. He is completely secure in his own abilities, in his own car placement, in his own driving skill, to just sit behind Rife and await a chance, even though he's really just able to sit behind Drive the entire race and then maybe just attempt an overtake on the last lap or two.
Yep, that's 100% true. He just needs to stick close, like you're saying. He just needs to stick close, and then he can snag that second place. But again, this is Bathurst. I can't stretch this enough, everybody. Anything can happen. Literally anything can happen. We do also have a battle here in between Shazam and Shadow, who's both currently running, we've got Shazam running on soft tires and Shadow running on mediums, but Shadow's currently going aggressive to get Shazam. Basically also to stick close. And the closer Shadow can stick with the medium compound tires, if he's going to go to the soft compound later on, it's going to be so much better.
Is Shadow still on his original set of tires?
No.
So he already had a pit.
Yes.
I just want to mention, so we did just have the fastest lap, I think, updated, Ace, if I'm correct.
With a 1:46.476 there going to Sonic. I did not see that.
The previous one was also Sonic, but I think it's just a couple of, like a few split seconds faster.
Oh, well, that's
although I can be wrong.
But it's still very close, though. Very, very, very close.
And we are in this downhill spot.
Yep, the back of the mountain. They are coming around the mountain. Kerry G. Williams again looking to get that proper run up in order to catch Rife, but again it is very difficult. He is aiming to get that slip in. He is extremely close, but not close enough to catch that draft of Rife currently. But again, if he can just stick close, have a beautiful set of corners here, which is not too bad, but Rife getting a better exit. He
on
can
that last
possibly
corner,
get
yeah.
that draft. So he wants to stay as close as possible to Rife here on this first corner so that he can get the draft into the initial straight of the track, which he is currently. He got it. Oh no, he does not.
He didn't get it. There was a little bit of a wobble there.
Little bit of a wiggle.
Yes, a little wobble there, unfortunately. However, very consistent, good attempt there. Kerry G should really just keep at it. He's going to get that consistency or decrease that follow that he has.
There we go. We do also see Gamebear going in for a second pit stop. There, he's most likely going to move over to the medium tires, if I'm not mistaken.
Definitely, I do believe
so. Or did
so.
he ran his softs? This is his first.
Yeah, this
pit.
is his first bit.
He's going to do a one-stop race. Yeah, he's fueling up completely. He's going to try to do a one-stop race. We do see Shazam here looking at the rump of Toy Story. Very close, showing that the soft compound tires really eats these medium tires up for breakfast. Why am I talking about food the whole time?
Because you're hungry, Ace, and I'm eating a Narchi.
Oh, nice. That's fair. That's fair.
Apologies, everyone.
Oh, wow.
He's eating a Narchi.
Shazam looking on the inside. Very dangerous to do overtakes here. Toy Story Robert deciding, nope, he's not going to have it.
Yeah, not going to risk it.
And Shazam getting the overtake done. Apologies, everybody just had a sip. Please stay hydrated.
Yeah, remember to hydrate, everyone.
It's very important to
Take
stay
a sip
hydrated.
of your water. Do it now.
Oh boy, what driving there from Shazam. Showing that the soft compound tire can really do some damage to the mediums. We do have blue flags coming through there, unfortunately, for Dan Gaming. Who's currently in front of Rife and Kerry G. Williams, but it should be an easy overtake there for Rife and Kerry G. Williams. Else Dan Gaming would face a penalty if he does stick it too far. Kerry G. Williams knows that if he pushed it a little bit too hard there, he would have smacked everything out of proportion. But that's 100% fine. He's Dan Gaming trying to make space there.
Yeah, Dan
Kerry G.
Gaming
Williams.
definitely trying to make space there. It is hard on this track. It really is hard. And so hopefully Kerry G can pass there. Dan Gaming having a really tough time this evening, Ace.
Getting his flashes off. Kerry G. Williams sitting at the back of Dan Gaming there. Oh, Dan Gaming getting a runoff, unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
Rife,
but Kerry G has lost so much time on Rife now.
Yeah, Rife capitalizing there on the, we call it traffic in the racing scene. Getting that little bit of time from the traffic that Kerry G. Williams had to face, but that also gave Shazam the little bit of time he needed in order to catch Kerry G. Williams, but he's also currently stuck behind Dan Gaming, but it's 100% fine. He's looking to get the draft from the draft.
He's taking
the
it. I
pass.
must say that's really excellent sportsmanship also coming from Dan Gaming this evening. I've seen where people do not make that space.
Yeah, they do not give you the space. They never give you the space. You know, Fernando Alonso said it best. You got to leave the space. You got to leave the space.
You've got to.
It's very important.
Definitely, Ace. You know what? I think I might have been incorrect about the fastest lap updating. I just saw another flicker of the car, but I think it's as they go, as you shuffle.
It is possible that they do get the fastest sector, but never secure the fastest lap. It is possible.
Definitely. Ace, why don't you, while the good old cat is bumping his head against the table there, quickly run us through the standing of the track at the moment.
Okay, so currently we do have Sonic with a 10-second lead. enjoying that fresh air once more there at the front lines. We do have Rife following there in second place. Then Kerry G. Williams with a 5.5 seconds right behind Rife. Then Shazam, who's got a 4.5 seconds behind Kerry G. Williams. However, Shazam is currently picking up time little by little. Slow but slow. But again, the soft tires, they are currently working overtime, which we might just see another pit stop for in order for him to switch over to those medium compound tires in order to get the race done. Then we do have Shadow, who's also getting a pass here on Dan Gaming, unfortunately losing the rear there. And then followed there by Block, who's currently getting into that fast left-hander, showing us he can still stick that corner. Unfortunately, having yellows need to take care there for Dan Gaming, unfortunately. Toy Story coming up in 7th with a 7-second follow there on Block. Game Bear chasing on Toy Story there with 10 seconds behind him. DCJ also unfortunately having a little spin up on the uphill leading up into the mountain.
And it's so hard to recover. Sorry, Ace, for interrupting. It's so hard to recover once you are horizontal on this track.
Yeah, the moment you're pointing sideways, it's very, very, very hard to keep to get the car going again. And then we do have Rife, Kerry G. Williams and Shazam, all three of them in the pits, where Rife and Kerry G. Williams are most likely going to swap in for their soft compound tires, and then Shazam swapping in for that medium compound tires.
Shadow really capitalized on these pit stops as well, Ace. Up there in second position, his tire wear is not bad. He is on the medium tires. He can run them at least for enough time to build up a lead big enough in order to have a good pit exit.
Yeah, in order to get another pit stop done. That is 100% true, Anomaly. And now the beautiful part of that is he does have a little bit of time. But now Kerry G. Williams and Rife both for Shadow to get that opportunity, they need to battle. And if Shadow can get that 25 to 30 second lead on Kerry G and Rife, he's going to be okay exiting the pit, securing himself that second position. And then Sonic himself, currently leading with 33 seconds, will comfortably go pit. And then, he's got a free pit stop. He currently has a free pit stop in the bag that he can pull off. But again, anything is possible. We do have Kerry G. Williams again looking at the rump of Rife, having a much better exit than Rife, currently chasing him down. We do have the opportunity here for Kerry G. Williams to take on Rife, but Rife moving into the defensive position already, not giving that place.
Yeah, they are reaching the end of the straight. He needs to make a move now, Ace.
So he's looking at the typical Kerry G. Williams under braking, but not getting it done through yet, sizing up the competition, setting himself up for that initial straight. So we might just see magic happen here, Anomaly. It all just depends if Rife can keep that defense up as he's currently doing, because hell, he's giving it a proper run for his money. Unfortunately, Rife having a very, very bad exit there.
This might be the opportunity that Kerry G's been waiting for.
Kerry G. Williams unfortunately lifted there for Rife, so he's giving Rife that little bit of a chance to stick in front of him. But if I'm not mistaken, Kerry G. Williams and Rife both, they are, if I'm not mistaken, friends and relatively rivals who practice together. So there's a possibility that they're working together here to maybe try and catch up to Sonic and Shadow.
There is definitely that possibility, Ace. There's also the possibility that Kerry G figured, you know what, I want a proper race. I'm not going to use a technicality to get past.
To get past you, that's also 100% true. But now what we need to take in consideration is we do have our Joker entering the field here. We do have Shazam, you know, that wild card popping in right behind Kerry G. Williams. That will make this a three-way battle for second position, with Sonic again leading comfortably, but the fight running right behind him.
And definitely, Ace, definitely. Rife still holding that third position. You can see He's trying to move into that defensive position. I don't know how long he's going
Oh,
to be able to keep it.
Shazam! Going for the deep lunge inside. Oh, but unfortunately catching a bit of grass, not getting that brakes done. Kerry G. Williams still sticking very close to Rife there. If Shazam got the brakes done, he would have got that position easily.
Definitely, Ace. It was a very brave move. Unfortunately, not playing out in his favor. However, very well executed nonetheless.
Very well executed, and again he is coming back for more. He is catching up little by little, piece by piece to Kerry G. Williams, and this is what racing is made of, everybody. When somebody really wants to go for that position.
Oh, a little bit of a off-road there, a little bit of a rally there for Shazam. That is going to cost him a follow time to get back up there to Rife. However, Kerry G. Williams has passed Rife and taken that third position for himself. So Kerry G back on podium, seeing if he can build up a follow between himself and Rife there, and already holding a 2.5 seconds.
We do also see Shazam, who is not getting up that little bit of time to Rife. So Rife, he is stabilizing the car a little bit, but again, we do know Shazam does love his late braking and early lunging.
Definitely, Ace, definitely.
Oh wow.
You know, Ace, I actually wanted to check if your battery is full before I just took your charger.
No, it should be full.
Yeah,
It is.
full enough.
It is. There we go. Alright, so we do also see here that Toy Story is currently sitting in 6th position, running with worn soft tires.
Yeah.
So he did get the pit done, but will he finish the race with his current tire situation, or is he going to go for a pit? And then Shadow going into the pits now, unfortunately not able to get that time in from Kerry G. Williams and Rife. So Kerry G. Williams and Rife both moving back into the podium positions, which gives Shazam again that chance to strike at podium against Rife.
Definitely, Ace, definitely. I believe that Shadow was hoping for a more favorable pit exit, and that's why he pushed on the tires so long. But that brings me back to what I always say is it really is a consideration between how far can you push to gain a lead time versus how much time your soft or your worn softs is actually costing you.
Yeah, it's actually getting to you. Yeah, no,
You can definitely hear that I work in risk.
You know, you've got that 20% risk. But yeah, no, again, you need to look at risk versus reward. And in this case, it doesn't necessarily always pay off running that risk, running those tires into the mud. It's not always generally a good idea unless you've got total control of your vehicle. If you've got total control in your vehicle, you know what? Be a mad bear. Go for it. You know, do it. But if you have the slightest feeling of doubt, then I would say no. Rather don't risk it.
Definitely.
Try to get the car into the pits, get your tires done, and try to get as quick as possible, fastest laps out.
I agree 100% with what you're saying, Ace. I just want to add that even though you are completely confident in your car and in your abilities, and you are able to keep that car and that worn softs on the road, it does not always work in your favor, Ace, because you're basically driving on rims. You are still losing more time in certain situations than you would with trying to gain back that time on fresher tires.
That's 100% true. And
so sorry, Ace, yes?
Yeah, a very good example of what you're saying here is if we have a look between Shadow and Toy Story. Toy Story running on soft compounds, which is 50% worn by now. I would say 55-60%. Not worn, but they've got 55.
Left.
Yeah, left. And Shadow running a fresh set of softs. Now, every little bit of tick, he is going to gain that little bit of time, and that's only because he's got little bit of better grip, little bit of grip, little bit of grip. And that really makes a difference. As you can see just here from that one inside lunge, he gained a good 1 second on Toy Story there. So I would say give it 3-4 laps, Toy Story is going to be in danger.
Definitely, Ace, definitely. Sometimes it is just not possible to build the lead time that you are hoping to do on worn tires, especially on a track like this where grip is key. When you hit this downward slope or this downwards cornering, and you are not 100% grippy,
gripping the situation,
you are spending your resources, like your focus, your energy, into trying not to lose your rump instead of making up your follow time in front of you, or maybe putting up a better time behind you. So you are dividing your resources unnecessarily.
Yep, 100% true. And then as we were looking at the backpack there, we did have Shazam who overtook Rife, and Rife currently trying to battle back against Shazam. But Shazam, getting that 1 lap lead on his soft compound tires, which might just make a difference. Toy Story going into the pits on lap 19, going for another set of soft tires. He's most definitely going to push the living hell out of these tires. And then, of course, we do have Block also following there by, Gamer Bro leading for Block there, 8.3 seconds. Wow, I just broke.
So if I can jump in and just translate Ace into human speak. So what Ace was trying to say there is we do have Gamer Bear up there in the 6th position with a lead time of 7.9 seconds over Block, our new entry into the league this evening. He's definitely... Oh, sorry, Ace distracted me quickly. So, yeah, Gamer Bear is definitely back. His 2nd race for this league. And he's showing that even though this is an incredibly difficult track, you can keep consistent on it. You can definitely keep your wits about you. You can also keep your whips about you, but that's more Castlevania.
That's 100% true, though.
Definitely. Ace, I know you are busy putting up a little polypole there for us. Would you mind handing me?
Yeah, sorry, you can get the camera. Yep.
What is my camera, Ace?
Up and down.
Up and down. Okay, so like I said, Gamer Bear with a lead of now it went up to 8.2 over Block. Block doing exceptionally well for his first entry into this league. Going into the pit lane currently, his racing softs definitely starting to give a little bit of problems there. So Block going into pits to see if he can perhaps push for these last 6 laps of the race. Then we also do have Toy Story, who just took 7th position with Block having gone into the pits. Toy Story just ensuring that he stays on track, ensuring that he does have a result instead of crashing out. Definitely doing a hell of a job this evening.
Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, I am not the best multitasker.
No problem, Ace, no problem. We hear ya.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I just want to point out we do have our driver of the day poll currently running up. So if you guys would like to vote there for your driver of the day this evening, that would be wonderful.
What are our options there, Ace?
It's going to be Sonic, KG Williams, Shazam, Shadow, and Rife, if I'm not mistaken.
100%. Everyone, please remember to go and vote for your driver of the day. The poll is up for 10 minutes.
Yep.
Ensure that we get your driver on the post-race interview should they be available.
Look, I'm going to be very honest with you, Anomaly. I do have my vote for the driver of the day.
Do you already have your vote, Ace?
I've got my vote for driver of the day. I'm very happy of it. And I'm very confident that it's a good one. Oh, we have car troubles there from Toy Story, it seems. There we go. All right, so we are back. We've got Sonic still leading the race by 7.8 seconds. Sonic getting a pit stop done with 4 laps before the race ends, so he's going to comfortably run these soft tires through to the end. We've got Kerry G. Williams, who's currently following Sonic, who's running on a bit worn soft tires, who's going to struggle a little bit to keep that pace up, which might just give Sonic the advantage to keep on running ahead. Shazam following Kerry G. Williams there with a 9.3 second follow, also on very worn soft tires. So it's going to be one hell of a one to get that race done on these worn tires. I would rather recommend, get tires on instead of risking everything. But we do have Rife, who's currently got his fresh set of soft tires on. And
try saying that 3 times, everyone.
Currently defending against Shadow, but now Rife, he does have the better soft tires, the newer soft tires, which he can utilize against Shadow to pull ahead from him. Then Game Bear following there by Shadow being followed there by Game Bear. Wow, I can't English tonight. But Game Bear just went into the pits. Ooh, but fuel would have been a problem. Toy Story in 7th position. Currently struggling with his vehicle down the mountain here. Again, 100% understandable. It is a very difficult track. And then Block with his debut race currently in 8th position.
Ace, let's just quickly get our chat back up in there.
No, did I not put my cha-cha-cha?
We do not have your cha-cha-cha.
There's my cha-cha-cha. There we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We still have 4 more laps of the race. Well, technically 3 more. We did unfortunately lose 2 drivers. It might just be retired drivers for the evening, unfortunately. But again, anything happens. It's Bathurst. It's a difficult track. You cannot let this track let you down.
Yeah, so it might be that they had to retire, Ace. I do see that it is DCJ and Dan Gaming. And we did manage to catch both of them, unfortunately struggling there against the wall, against the railing. So it is possible that they were unfortunately forced to retire their cars.
And Kerry G. Williams actually going into the pits to get his soft tires on. But will that give Rife that little bit of gap to catch up? No, Rife is still coming. Unfortunately, Kerry G. Williams had that lead built up, but that gives Shazam that 2nd position with a 6-second lead on Kerry G. Williams. But again, now the roles had been reversed. We've got Shazam running on worn soft tires and Kerry G. Williams popping out on fresh soft tires. It's going to be a battle on the last lap between the two of these gentlemen.
It really is going to be a battle. Sonic still chilling there up front, just paving the way for the greatness which is tonight's race.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, there, Rife, a little bit of concentration lost, I think.
Yeah.
With Kerry G managing and keeping that overtake on him. So a little bit of concentration lost. You can see tiny mistakes slipping through that we are not used to seeing with Rife. Usually he's very up on the ball.
Yeah.
Up on the ball.
Up in there, you know.
Up in there. So a little bit of concentration lost, but hopefully he just gets back up in there and just continues to show us what he's made of.
That is 100% true. We do have Shadow looking at the rump of Rife as well. Just thinking about his options, but now again, Shadow running on worn soft tires. Rife currently running on newer soft tires, but having a little bit of difficulties getting up that mountain. But now we need to see if Shadow can capitalize on every single moment, every single slip, if Rife does make one, if he can capitalize. But now again, you don't want to necessarily, wish someone unwell. So
no, I must say I don't think we're wishing anyone unwell, Ace. It's just factual that some of our racers are going to have to maybe think about either readjusting their strategy a bit, should it be possible for one lap left of the race. Otherwise, we might be seeing a little bit aggressive cornering or deep diving this evening.
Yep, and we do have Toys. No, wait, okay, no. It's very close though. We've got Game Bear who's catching up ever so closely to Toy Story though. Game Bear again looking at how hungry he can be. This is one bear, ladies and gentlemen, you should not maul with. If you poke it, he will come get you.
He will poke back. He will poke you back on the legs with the hood of his car.
I would love to get Game Bear to do like a bear roar for us on a post-race interview.
Game Bear, start practicing your bear roar for us. I think definitely it should happen, Ace.
Oh yeah, no, hands down, easily. Ooh, apologies.
Ooh, remember to hydrate.
Joking.
Not breathing.
Not breathing. Gary G. Williams looking at the rump of Shazam, and then Shadow unfortunately losing out a little bit of time against Rife. So again, it is going to be up to the last lap between Gary G. Williams and Shazam. Will Gary G. Williams be able to take Shazam on these last few laps? Well, last lap, not last few laps. Wow, we're actually at the end of our race.
We are just led into the final lap there by Sonic and followed there by Shazam. Kerry G. Williams sticking very, very close to Shazam there. We might definitely be seeing an attempt to an overtake here, using the opportunity to take advantage of that DRS. However, unfortunately, hitting the corners and the turns before he could do anything about it.
Yeah, no, definitely. Shazam closing the windows, closing the doors. He's making 100% sure his defensive driving is up to par. The smallest mistake Shazam makes now will make or break Gary G. Williams' second place. But now Shazam looking on the outside line, sticking it on the inside line, getting very, very defensive. Is he going to open up the window? He is not opening up the window. Gary G. Williams lifting up a little bit, still taking it, easing it off from Shazam.
Definitely.
Looking at the last bend to get that run up to our straight. Did he get the move done? He is side by side. Let's just quickly move up to Sonic to see the pass for first place. And we do have our victory for the race. Sorry, Sonic, but we need to move back because Gary G. Williams is still on the offensive, on the inside line. He is going to get the move done on the inside line, but does Shazam still have the inside line there through the last chicane? Gary G. Williams blocking it off. Shazam getting the move done, getting in front of Gary G. Williams, sticking it out, getting that second place, saying no thank you, this is my time to shine, I'm taking second. Gary G. Williams unfortunately having a little spin out there.
However, he does have more than enough time to ensure that he still gets over that finish line in third position. However, a fantastic battle there between Gary G. and Shazam.
A last lap shenanigans. We do have Rife crossing the finish line in fourth position currently. Ooh, Shadow running a little bit off, a little bit wide.
You can definitely see that Shadow did try to catch up to Rife there.
Oh, wait. Rife let up the fuel before the finish line. That gives Shadow the position. Did Rife just give Shadow the position? Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got some taboo. We do have Game Bear coming in sixth position. He did secure the position over Toy Story, currently in seventh position. And then followed through by Block, who is running his debut race. A beautiful race for Block, though.
Very, very good race.
Getting the job done, getting the last spins in.
Definitely Ace. However, it is his first race. It is a very technical track. He held his own throughout this entire race. He did not spin out once. He did not crash once. Definitely a victory for Block there, I would say. And then our fastest lap going there to Sonic with a 147.195.
What a race, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.
Run us through our grid quickly, Ace.
I'm just quickly recovering. There was so much happening at this back end of the race. I need to process exactly what the hell happened, because we need to ask questions to these gentlemen. What happened? And by the Pope, a lot of shit happened.
A lot of shit happened, Ace. So while we speculate, let me quickly run us through the grid. So we do have our winner and race creator, Sonic, with a 146.195 fastest lap. Shazam picking it up there in second place, followed by Kerry G. Williams in third place. That's our podium, people. Shadow pulling in a fourth place, not far behind. Very, very good fight there. Fifth position being taken there by Rife. Game Bear bringing it up in sixth position. Toy Story in seventh, with Block following in eighth. A fantastic race there for him. Dan Gaming and DCJ, unfortunately both with a DNF. However, we did see the little bit of the spin out and the little bit of the crash against the wall there, so it would have been nearly impossible for them to keep that damaged cars on the road. However, a fantastic attempt from all of our racers. It was fantastic to behold, Ace.
Again, anomaly, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to respond to this. And also, there's going to be controversy, but we need to know, did Rife give the position to Shadow?
Yeah, we do need to know that, Ace.
But you know what? That's for the politics and drama for the week, right? I think that's going to be the politics and drama going into next week. That's you know, we're going to have our own politics session. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are quickly going to
set up for the post-race interview.
We just quickly need to do something here.
Well, wait.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but we are going to quickly set up for our post-race interview. So please, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back.
Welcome back, everyone, to our post-race interview. Ace, I actually wanted to ask, can we just have a sound check there, everyone, that we are definitely able to be heard? Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so everyone, our third place for the evening was Kerry G. Williams. He's unfortunately not able to join into the post-race interview, so we would just like to congratulate him on that third place victory. We had some fantastic racing coming from his side. So everyone, please help me welcome our second place and our 100% winner of the viewer choice for driver of the day, Shazam. Ace, help me welcome Shazam, please. Shazam, welcome and congratulations.
Hello, yes.
Here we go. Welcome, buddy. How are you doing? How are you feeling?
Tired.
Yeah, it was a long race, though.
Yep.
What a fight, mate. What a fight. Quite literally. Blimey, mate. You've done a bloody good job down that mountain.
Thank you, sir. Yes, I was climbing the ass off, so fish my feet.
No, Shazam, it's been spectacular to see you drive. Also, with your practice times that you did put up earlier, we clearly saw that you were here to take names. You know,
Yeah.
definitely set yourself up in motion. Did you have any plans or strategies moving into the race?
I think, ideas. Well, there was two people in front of me. They were going to piss. I'm just going to follow them until the last lap. It worked out because one of them made mistakes, so that was a very good chance to go by. And the last guy, he went pits, very, but I just took the chance, and yeah, it worked out.
That was definitely some fantastic racing coming from your side, Shazam. I need to ask, because this is not an easy track. This track looked extremely difficult for me. Did you have trouble preparing for this race at all, or did you just breeze through it?
I learned before the track. Even if you learn, looks like the track is going to get you packed.
That's definitely true. That's definitely true.
Yeah, no, and
Yep.
of course, if you don't get your car sideways on the track, you're definitely going to get far. And we rarely saw any mistakes coming through that mountain, which is definitely monumental, actually, and it definitely contributed to your drive this evening. So once again, well done there, Shazam.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
There we go. So, Shazam, do you have anything to say for your viewers who actually gave you that 100%? It was a 100% vote coming straight to you.
Driver of
Yeah. Well, thank you for the vote. It worked, and thanks for helping. Follow, subscribe, watch for more. There's a lot of content coming out each and every day. Never gonna stop. And thanks for these two people who watches our, well, not these two people that, tells us,
It's always a pleasure, mate. It's always a pleasure. And then, Shazam, of course, once again, we can't stretch this enough. Go enjoy your celebration. May it be a fruitful one and a beautiful one, buddy.
Oh, I gotta work for that. But yeah.
There we go. Thank you very much, Shazam. All right, so Anomaly, that was a great one, right?
That was fantastic, Ace. That was our second place and our driver of the day by a 100% vote. So everyone, please help me welcome our winner of this evening's race, Sonic. Welcome, Sonic, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. It feels very, very great to be on the podium again.
Right. Sonic, you had a bloody hell of a breeze there at front. From the start of the race, you just said, nope, I'm going to dominate this one.
Yeah, I don't know if I pushed Morgan, Carnegie Williams a bit wider. I will just make sure, but I think I didn't. So as soon as I was in front, I was just like, please, no mistakes, keep calm, check your gap, and know when to go to do your pits and everything. Yeah, it looks like it worked out for me.
Oh, yeah, no, most definitely. And clearly also through the practice session, we actually saw you coming down the mountain, as we said. saw you coming down the mountain, but you had the car under control completely through those bends. You really had those corners nailed. And I think it shows. It shows this evening, right?
Yeah, I did try it because with the practice I think we did today, or I think it was in this week, I did manage to hit my 144s, and I was really trying to gun for that again. But I was like, oh, no, don't push it. You have enough gap. You can make your podium. You need the confidence back again. I mean, after Red Bull Ring, it was a downhill for me. So yeah, I'm. But you must have control. I must. I did scratch the wall a few times there, but not in such a bad way where I was like turning around and lose plenty of time, So yeah.
Well done, Sonic. It really was a fantastic race. You did have a little bit of struggle in the beginning of this league and this season. So I'm going to ask you now to be completely honest with us, no lying. Is this secretly your best track?
No, not really, not my base track. I think what really got me a bit down after Red Bull Ring, I mean, going from 140 subscribers down to what I think I'm just over 20 subscribers on the YouTube channel. That quite took a toll on me. I think that was why I was like, I need to get on the podium again. And my son was beating me, and my son-in-law was beating me. My own crew was beating me. I'm like, I'm the creator. What's going on? It's not supposed to be this way. Yeah.
Look, you had a stroke of bad luck. However, so one thing I did prep for us for this evening is, as our viewers can actually see also while watching the post-race interview, we do have an updated version of the point standings currently up and running there. They'll see it on the top right-hand of their screens, and we do see here that currently you're running second position in the lead, following Kerry G. Williams there by 4 points. So completely caught up with Kerry G. Williams, and that definitely puts you up into contention once more to win the league.
I hope so. I know the next track I will have a smaller advantage because it is one of the tracks I am using when I'm building up my cars and testing it out. So I will have a small advantage. So let's hope I'm gonna get it right again. At least if I can hit the top 3, it will be alright,
Oh no, that's gonna be sweet and short. Sweet and short.
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go. So, Sonic, do you have any words there to the fans?
Yeah, thank you for your time that you put aside to watch our live streams and to be part of our journey for the MSG Crew Championships. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your everything, and also for you, Ice and Anomaly. Thank you for your time, your preps that you're doing during the week, and your time you're putting aside and the effort you also putting in. Thank you very, very much for that.
It's always a pleasure, man. It will always be a pleasure, and yeah, it's fun. It's again some fun, yeah.
Yeah, and it is. Definitely, I'm also proud to see how some of my crew members is getting right and coming up and everything, So yeah.
All right, but yeah, there we go. All right.
Sorry, man. Morgan Morgan told me he's really struggling with his Discord, so that is why he can't.
Oh, you can't join in on the post trades. No, that's 100% fine. No, that's not a problem at all. All right, then. Thank you, Sonic, for joining us on the post-race interview. And please go enjoy that beer and celebration, I do believe. I do believe you will earn it. But yeah. There we go, man. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. So, Anomaly, another race. Race 6 done. Race 7, Autopolis, coming up next.
Oh my word, Ace, that sounds extremely complicated and extremely exciting. So before I hand it back to you, Ace, to kick it off for us this evening, I just want to once again thank all of our new followers, all of our old followers, all of our old new followers. Thank you guys so much for all the bits usage, all the cheers, all the follows, all the subscribes. Remember to go and have a look at Sonic 42 if you do want to see the on-game racing and the league out of the driver's perspectives. And then just a little tiny bit of marketing. Please remember to not go anywhere this evening. And good old cat, please get down from there. We will be following up this stream with the Chaos stream. That's all from my side for now. Ace, why don't you take it away?
Yep. So we do have our Chaos stream coming up next. That's going to be in half an hour. We did realize you can't follow up two streams too close to each other. So we're going to try to push as much as we can. We are a little bit tired, but you know what? For you guys, we're going to fucking do it. But this is going to be me, myself, Ace555, and my lovely co-host.
I'm Anomaly.
May you guys have one spectacular evening.
For now.
Yeah, for now. Please be good, stay safe, be well. Cheerios.